I have to say, this is still really leaning towards that thing because he's doing things that are just slightly out of his comfort zone and slowly building confidence.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with episode 3 of Durarara. How about you go ahead and tell us what happened last time?
Last time we got an insight into, or not, we didn't really. We got some visual reminders that they were in
I
school.
wish the show gave us some insight.
Uh, and we had a student walk into the classroom being like, "Hey, I'm not going to be here. I'll let you know," which is a real phenomenon, but it happened. Also, it dealt with the heavy topic of suicide, with a very odd interaction with the abduction was all planned, and that included the headless horseman, which led to a girl jumping off a building, which then the headless horseman saved her, basically telling her, "Yo, the world's not all that bad." And yeah, that really was the crux of the episode.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not very good with the emotional aspects of some parts of things, and
Yeah,
her whole I want to kill myself because my dad is having an affair and my mother refuses to confront him about it is just kind of like a blip on my emotional radar that, stealth bombers passing by. What do we do? I don't know. I just don't understand what it's doing.
so get it, and that is trauma response is a big thing, and that is an active trauma response, right? Like it's like a "I care about this, why don't you"
I
sort of
think the
response.
first time I watched it, like I said, when it was happening, I didn't kind of follow up on the thought that I did not agree with her, is that she was making this thing that predominantly had nothing to do with her, all about her. Her dad having an affair
Yeah,
doesn't have anything to do with her. He didn't bring it home, she brought it home. Her mother's
true.
opinion on her father's affair had nothing to do with her. She tried to force it on her mother. And the acknowledgement that her mother knows and decided not to do anything about it after she tried to force it on her mother. Then she tried to make it even more about her by trying to kill herself.
It's one of those things where again, it's trauma response. So she could not it's the only way that sort of the pressure release valve could be hit in
Well,
that moment, or at least that's what was thought.
it's also the mind of a teenager, right? I I couldn't think about times I thought like shit like that as a teenager. I've never thought that way
Yeah.
since. So, it's it's one an aspect of emotionality that maybe I feel but don't understand, and an aspect of time of age, which is transient, right? I can't put myself in that position anymore. No more so than I could thinking the thoughts that I had as a 5-year-old. They're just not there anymore.
You can acknowledge the thought, but you understand it in a greater sense now.
Well, I can't put A to B, right? I can't get there from here. So, her perspective on
Makes
things
sense.
might as well just be like an alien's perspective because I can't think how do you get from my dad's having an affair to I better kill myself?
Oh, so okay.
That wasn't a legit
So
question.
that
I'm just saying that I can't put it together in
yeah,
my head.
100%. I understand where the links are between the points. I understand why it connects. It's very much a point of what did I do to make it so this has to happen?
You would have a
Why is this
point.
happening?
You would have a point if she thought that. But we're in her internal monologue the entire time, and she doesn't think that.
But a lot of the times, what your actual how things are actually impacting you don't reveal themselves in that way. If you self for X, you're gonna go to Y, Z, and L first before you actually are dealing with the fact that you blame yourself for X. A lot of the time.
My problem is that what you're saying is very real, and we're watching
Correct.
an anime where we literally can hear what her thoughts are. So she isn't making
Sure.
those jumps that you're making. Well, maybe she is, but the idea is that she's not thinking the thoughts that you're saying that she would be thinking.
It's true, and it's possible it'll be revealed that they're not there, and it's possible that it'll be delved into farther.
It would be a real bitch if she was an unreliable narrator in her own head.
Which is possible.
It's literally the description of what are this called again? A fugue state?
What? I don't. Who would ever mention a fugue state?
I don't know. Probably some dumbass that would also mention a coma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. Jesus, it better not be a coma. That's all I'm saying. I would be so disappointed. I would legit be very disappointed if this was explained away as a coma. Or a dream. By the way, I'll just throw that out there too. If this
Dream would
kid
disappoint me.
if this kid never moved away from his hometown and this whole 4 years moving away thing, if we go back and he's like in bed, or fuck it, if we wake up at a hospital at the end, I'm gonna be mad. All right, any final words before we get into this?
No.
All right, well, let's go ahead, jump on in.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
it's just $5 a month. But hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
It's funny because I'm used to hearing this song 1 month apart. First time I've heard it 3 times in a row. Again, if you haven't picked it up, their names pop up on the screen. And I don't think her name popped up when it zoomed
Yes.
in on her.
I'm
But
just trying to.
I believe she's the
I'm paying
girl.
attention to the lyrics.
Well, I believe she's the girl. Name that didn't pop up. She's the girl that he bumped into in the first episode that had the weird neck thing.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure that I said in the original go through, I think she might be the Doulahan. So I'm going to say that again now for your benefit and the audience as a reminder.
I think that's very likely.
Well, we know that the Headless Horseman's missing a head, and she's got, like, a head that has the different body color than her body, and then a neck scar.
Yeah, no, I think that's on the list of likely. I think that's very high.
Yeah, the only notes that I really have are the notes that I took when I watched episode 6.
Got it.
So I guess expect me to go over those when I show you the board, too. Also, it's weird thinking about him. When he appears in the opening, it starts off with the midsection of his lab coat. But his lab coat looks so weird because it looks like 2 kids stacked on top of one another.
You're not wrong.
Excuse
This
me.
is just someone who's trying to drum up business for himself.
These two also fuck up almost all of my theories.
Ah, Durarara. Number sudah nada. Как udah sudah дойти?
Да это прямо по этой дороге. Вы туристы?
Да.
Здесь чудесное место. Вам понравится.
Да, спасибо. Спасибо вам.
Если что, заходите к нам.
And with that, they fucked up all of my theories. The two Russian tourists.
огромный 라이벌 한가가.
All of my theories involve being here. These two just wandered in from somewhere else.
Fair enough. I see what you're saying.
It's like if they're ghosts. What are the tourist ghosts? If people are dead,
Possible.
it's like
彼そして彼女
that girl.
何かを探し何かを求めこの町にやってくる何かを変えようと
No, it's like any box I'm trying to put people into, I have to take old man teacher and put it in the same box as Russian
ク
tourists.
ラス員がまだ決まってないが、誰か立候補する者はいないか？
新しい町誰もかつての自分を知る者はいない 新しい自分になれるチャンスだが
Yep.
But not him.
園原杏里か他はいないかじゃあ女子は決定園原あとは頼むな
それでは男子でクラス委員をやりたい人いませんか？
Do it, but do it. Come on.
Also, I think pointedly I may have figured out by now that his best friend isn't within class with him.
Yes, that is correct. Come on, man. You got this.
Why are you squinting? You're already wearing glasses.
園原さん、明日の他のクラスとの連絡会だけど、僕こういうのあんまりやったことなくて。
Creepy ass from the meeting. I mean, the assembly.
お前も隅に置けないな。小学校の時は幼馴染と噂を立てられただけで泣いてたお前が。
Yeah, no, there's something up with that teacher.
だが最後の一押しが甘い。そんなこっちゃせっかく東京出てきたってウハウハの学園ラブ生活は送れないねと。
No, it was just a shadow.
別にそんなんじゃ。
というわけでナンパに行こう。今こそ俺、今から俺、俺も敵到来みたいな。
They're like, why are you yelling at us?
変化を求めこの町にやってくる者たちだがそう簡単に変化など起こりはしない場所が変わろうともそこにいるのは確実に昔のままの自分だ
I have to say, this is still really leaning towards that thing because he's doing things that are just slightly out of his comfort zone and slowly building confidence.
興味深いね。お茶でも飲みながらゆっくりと。
この町には徒党を組み時に暴力的な行為を行う者がいる彼らはそれぞれの組織ごとに自分たちの象徴となる色を持っておりカラーギャングと呼ばれている
I don't know who
し
the
かし
purple
昨
gang
今
is.
勢力を伸ばしているそのチームは
The Royals.
特定の色を持たない
I don't think it would transfer over, but if it was in America, it would be Latin Kings.
I thought those were yellow.
特殊なチームだと言われている
最近起きてる切り裂き魔の事件も ダラーズの仕業だって噂だよね。そうなの？
だから詳しい話はお茶でもしながら。僕の行きつけのお店でお茶
ダラーズ？知ってますよ。どんな人たちなんですか？
Back to the chat
ダラ
room.
ーズすごいんです。この間チャイニーズマフィアと話をつけたらしいし。
At least they did it in a vertical to show that it's on a phone.
そのダラーズの下っ端の仕業なんだって。
Mhm.
ああ、まったく。お前が暗い顔してるから逃げられちまったじゃないか。
伊田くん。
こんちはっす。名前が漫画みたいな。ミカドくんっすね。
虎の穴一緒に行く。
今日はスージー安田先生のサイン会っすよ。そういう話を大声でするな。なんでスージー先生の話して。
ダラーズ？はい、名前くらいなら。今日友達から噂を聞いたんですけど。実際に見たことはないんですけど、本当にあるんですかね。ネット上の虚構だと、いや、わかりませんけど、本当にあるチームで
We
も
haven't seen any gang members so far.
近づかない方がいいですよ。
No.
ダラーズ？サンシャイン60の地下に封印されたフレームヘイズと日夜戦いを繰り広げているんすよね。
違うよユマッチ。パンツを見せながら空を飛ぶピピルピルピル天使だよ。
どうしてダラーズのことなんか聞くんだ？
どうしてって言われても。
さっきの話聞いててビビっちまったのか？
俺もいろいろ噂は聞いている。かなり危ない奴らだってな。
そうなんですか？
興味本位で近づかない方がいい。余計な詮索はよしておくことだな。
門田さんかっこいい。大人なムードの主人公の味気分キャラって感じ。
親父好きな女子に人気なタイプ。
いや
うるさい。
街に
Fucking
は
liar.
足を踏み入れてはいけない場所もある。お腹壊さないね。一回試しに食べてみるよ。
The best advertisement for Russian sushi. You won't get sick.
腹減ったな。そうっすね。次の会社行く前に軽く。
首なしライダー。
See the background colorless people calling out the writer.
Yep.
頑張るな。
時に
Which means that
街
they
に
can
飲まれ
see
姿を
them,
消す者もいる。そんな
implying
誰
that
かを
they're not
必死
in
に
the
探す
coma.
者。
会える。必ず見つかる。俺の
Kid that's not going to
彼女を
school
呼び寄せ
anymore.
てみせる。
有馬さん。有馬さん。
See, her face is paler than her neck.
人違いでした。失礼しました。
そして街は危険であふれている。
I didn't notice that much of a difference, but I could be wrong.
とりあえずお茶しない？さっきしてみた。そしたらほらあれがほら
そこにも変化を求めていたはずだった。
In some angles, it's not noticeable, but when like focus face on her,
新しい
I
街
think
で
it's
何
it's
かが変わ
obvious.
るような何かが起こるような気がしていた。だが自分を待っていたのは一見きらびやかな街の影に
Because there's plenty of shots that'll add shadow, but there's not very much ones that'll make something a little lighter.
本当に自分はこの街で生きてゆけるか。
Yeah.
おじけづく。
お前の気持ちはわかる。電車に乗れば痴漢扱い、街を歩けば怪しげな勧誘、家に帰ればご近所トラブル、おまけにダラーズ亀出しライダー。それが東京コンクリートジャンゴだが乗り越えろ。立派な池袋人になると誓ったのなら、この試練を乗り越えてみせるのだ。帝龍神ね、帝。ま
It's a lot.
I would die if I had that kind of energy.
気だく。
それからナンパの時は明るく笑顔だ。
でも社会人をナンパするのはさすがに無理だと思うけど。
何言ってんの？話しかけるの自体が目的だからいいんだよ。
あんたさ、播磨美香がいなくなったのにでかい顔してるみたいじゃない？
クラス委員になったんだって。
いじめ。しかもものすごくベタな。
ここまでコテコ
That's
テ
a
だと
cliche way of getting bullied.
I don't know.
Yo, you! 俺のダラズブラザー呼んだからワクワクしようぜ、ねみん。
この手のやからのことはバンコク
Hey, he's doing the
共通で
finger
あ
ring
る
just like you do.
ここまでベタだとすがすがしい。
This guy's just like you.
やっぱり助けるべきだよな。でもどうやって
I don't know what you're talking about.
君たちやめた
No,
ま
it should be. I don't know what you're talking about.
ダメだ、やられる。じゃあ
Whatever the
Hold
fuck
on.
he's doing, I can't do it right.
これだ、これしかない。
いじめ
You're about to get hit in the face if you do that.
そしてこの町では想像を超える出来事がたびたび起きる。
何？
What?
ちょっと待って。
何？
Dude, come on, man.
実に良くない。
おっさんには関係ねえだろ。
ああ、君たちがここで殴られようがのたれ死のうが関係ない。俺が君たちを殴っても、君たちがまだ23歳の俺をおっさんと呼ぼうが、君たちと俺の無関係は永遠だ。
はあ？
I like it.
人間って希薄だ
Our
よな。
relevancy to each other.
俺に女の子を傷つける趣味はないけど。だから女の子の携帯を踏み潰すことを趣味にするよ。
何こいつ。
Okay.
飽きちゃった。携帯を踏み潰す趣味はもうやめよう。
Yo,
Yeah, man, you're supposed to be in the dollars, they said.
hey man!
暴力？おお、怖い怖い。
Hold on.
おっと、降参。
There you go.
At least he came with a hoodie.
覚えてろよ。
妖怪かまいたち参上。いやー、本当に偉いよね。いじめられてる子を助けようとするなんて。久しぶりだね。
As though he would get any credit for having done anything in the scenario.
その制服、
Yeah.
ライラ学園だね。入学おめでとう。
ええ、おかげさまで。珍しいっすね。イザヤさんが池袋
But that he knows Kaido.
この人が敵に回しちゃいけない折原イザヤ。
こいつは俺のただの友達です。
俺は折原イザヤ。よろしく。
Okay.
龍ヶ峰帝です。
エアコンみたいな名前だね。
It kinda
それ
does.
でなんで池袋に？
ちょっと人に会いにね。もう会えた。
It's the way life goes sometimes, right?
Ow.
You're just standing around and you get hit by a trash can.
Yeah.
なんで？
やべえ。
イザヤくん。
バーテンさん。
Here we go.
池袋には二度と来るなって言わなかったっけな。イザヤくんよ。
しずちゃん。君が働いてるのは西口じゃなかったっけ？
Like you said, these are the two people in the overlay.
それに、
Yeah.
その呼び方はやめろって言ってんだろ。俺には平和島静雄って名前があるってよ。
平和島静雄。またまた敵に回しちゃいけない人。
やだな、しずちゃん。君に罪をなすりつけたこと、まだ怒ってるのかな？
怒ってないぞ。ただ、
Vague assertions.
しずちゃんの暴力ってさ、理屈も言葉も通じないんだから。
Nah, I'm not mad about that. I just won't hurt you.
見逃してよ。
Guess these are the dollars.
てめえ、よくも恥かかせ
Yep.
たのだな。
ダラーズを舐めるとどうなるか。てか、バーテン服。
嘘、さっきはいなかった。
平和島、静雄。
なんだてめえら。
恐怖を前に人は冷静な判断力を失ってしまう。
Dude thought it was his moment.
Yeah.
お前今頭狙ったな。打ちどころが悪けりゃ死んじまうって分かってるよな。分かっててやったってことは殺す気だったってことだよな。じゃあ何をされても文句はねえよな。
What the?
Not only out of his clothes, but out of his shoe as well.
That's so impressive. That's such a choice.
いや、彼そのものが暴力。そんな男。
Headbutt him. He like barely walked up. Boom.
Yeah.
お疲れ。
And Simon can catch a vending machine.
ツッコミどころが間違っているが念のため答えると、ビルの最上階に住むお得意さんのところに出前に来ていたのだ。
And jump down multiple stories.
Yeah.
喧嘩良くないね。うるせえ。すぐせんね。
おい、味方、今のうちに。
Okay.
え、嘘、味方。
Well, then what were you implying, Kita? Now's the time to what?
Yeah. Like, did you want them to get into the fight with the people who throw fridges?
ごめん。
町が贈り物をくれることもある。とても小さな、だが大きな奇跡を。望んでいた冒険。新たな物語が始まる可能性。
No, she pulled him along. He pulled her away, ran out of breath, and she's like, "Come on, let's keep going."
失礼します。
何も始まらないこともある。
See, two shades.
I see the difference. Yep.
So he abandoned school, and he loves this girl that apparently another girl confused him for.
またダラーズがやったって。
知ってる。平和島静雄って人と真っ昼間から大乱闘でしょ。
Also, that girl had the conversation with him as well.
らしいですよ。いや、違いますよ。私、偶然見てたんですけど、あの人たちはダラーズの偽物だったんです。それじゃなくて。
These are not the actual dollars, too.
ダラーズと名乗る人たちが通行人を襲ってお金を奪ったって。怖いですね。
That makes me think that the dollars are on a similar scale to the guys actually doing impressive stuff.
本当に怖いですね、ダラーズって。
I don't know, I would think not. If they were that powerful, I don't think you'd let a bunch of people just do whatever. Also, he's tied to the Grim Reaper, the Dullahan.
Yeah.
何しに来やがったんだ。
この町は異邦人で溢れている。何かを探し、何かを求め、この町にやってくる。何かを変えようと、この町に。いらっしゃい、いらっしゃい。かくいう私も。
Simon definitely looks worse for it than Shinzu was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's see, class rep, or girls class rep, was talking to Kiko at the end of the bridge, or under the side of the bridge, at the end of the second episode, and then chased after him. She then sees the girl with the neck scar halfway through this episode and thinks she's somebody else, and then runs away when it's not her. Then Akiko sees neck scar girl and says, "I finally found you, my love." There's just a whole lot of weird character. I told you the show's a fucking mystery. It's a relationship diagram. Perfect for a concept board.
There's gonna be a lot of lines on that.
Not as many as you'd think.
Fair enough.
So far, 3 episodes in, he's even holding her here. 3 episodes in, it's basically just a bunch of single connections because nobody's really. It's still figuring out who's connected to who, and not so much anything changing or being added. I think by episode 3 here, the most confusing one is Isaiah, because he hires a bunch of bad guys, has those bad guys get their ass kicked. You know, he's playing like two sides of a field.
Yeah, no, that I agree with that.
次回経営総長きっとあなたは戦線立立心神喪失になるだろう
You'll be at the edge of your seat and you'll lose your sanity. And then a girl with long hair will crawl out of your TV set and try to kill you.
Oh, it's the ring. Okay.
What a grudge. Either way.
Yeah, either way.
I feel like they could take place in the same universe as this. Unless it's all science, like your first thought was.
Yeah, like there has to be. We still don't have any indicators, so.
Yeah. It's still all mystery. The world still works because it's still set in a thing that we can understand. A bunch of high school kids that are, having high school concerns. And then just a whole bunch of other shit in the background.
Exactly. It's the case where there's really not much to go off of yet, which is still kind of crazy.
Well, I guess for the audience, we have just watched 3 episodes in a row, which is where we're dead ending for today. But by the end of the week, Justin will have seen all the way up to 6 episodes, so he'll know exactly what I know, and be as unable probably to solve the NPC mystery as I am. Because I am not gonna count your coma theory as a theory, even if it fucking happens, even if it's true. It didn't happen. I don't know. I would hate it. I would just hate it. And I don't know what Baccano is about. Like I said, that's the show that takes place in the same world as this one. So, I don't know what the rules of the world are in Baccano. It's like if I had watched Baccano and Baccano was like, oh yeah, monsters exist, or, the supernatural is real, I would have kind of had that spoiler going, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
I think Baccano even takes place in sort of like a Western America. So, by Western America, I mean a time between maybe the 1890s to 1930s.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't even know if that's true. I have a couple of still images in my head of what Baccano looked like. I think it looked like that, which would imply it's not even in the same time period. Same world, different time period, different country.
Hell yeah.
Well, any thoughts about the episode?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out It's just trying to figure out why the connections matter and what's happening.
Like I said, I think it'll be easier to do once I'm able to show you the board and then talk about everything that I know.
Yeah.
Or think I know. Or remember having have thought once. I think that's more the problem, is that when I'm not... What I typically do is I take my notes, and then once I've said them out loud, I delete them. And I do not have a memory for recalling the shit that I've deleted.
Got it.
But yeah, I think that's where we're going to end for today. Once again, I have been Theta, this has been Justin, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?